Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys the Optifine mod for Minecraft 1.0. This mod is a lot different than all of the mods that I've ever reviewed, in that this mod has 4 parts, all of which that do various different things to your Minecraft gameplay. Because what this does is it doesn't actually implement any new items or anything like that, but this is more or less for like the tweaker in you. Like, and I don't mean that in like a druggy sort of way, but I mean that in like if you want to tweak your Minecraft experience, you know, in certain ways. And this can really be done in one of 2 ways. One, it can either improve your frames per second in Minecraft. So like if you don't really have that great of a computer, then you want to download the smooth part of this mod, and I'll get into what the different parts of the mod here in just a second. Oh, my piston thing, yeah, this thing just went off and cut some of the hedges. It doesn't seem like the hedges grow quite as fast as they used to, but anyways, I need to get back to the mod here. And also, if you have, you know, a really good computer and you feel that you can push Minecraft more to its limits, then you can download the other parts of the mod as well, which is there's the standard part of the mod, which can add HD textures if you want, and things like better grass, and except MC Patcher is not needed. So like, for those of you who have wanted to download better, you know, the better grass and, you know, HD textures, you would need to use something like MC Patcher. But these days, that's not required for this mod. Though that's more or less for like I said, the super hardcore tweaker in you. But anyways, the third part of the mod, so I've explained standard, which I just explained. I've explained smooth, which is, you know, removing lag spikes and things like that and smoothing out your Minecraft experience. The next one is the multi-core, which will allow you to, you know, again, it extends what the smooth edition can do, but it'll also make your Minecraft work better if you have a multi-core processor, and just about everybody these days has a multi-core processor. And then the last part of the mod is more or less, you know, something to make your Minecraft look better. It'll allow you to enable anisotropic filtering, or I think it's actually pronounced anisotropic filtering, and anti-aliasing. And for people who have really beef PCs, know what that is. So, you know, it's definitely something that's really good to check out. But anyways, moving on here, I'm going to show you guys what the options look like, just, you know, to give you guys a rough idea as to how to use this mod. But I wanted to note in this video before I get going that this mod is insanely easy to install. This is one of those mods where you literally take all the files and drop it into your Minecraft jar file, and then delete them into INF file. You don't need mod loader, you don't need audio mod or anything like that. You just drop the files in and you're good to go. But anyways, getting to the mod itself here, if I go ahead and not my inventory, if I hit escape here and go to options, and then I go to video settings, this is where the entire mod really gets, you know, this is where the guts of the mod are. This is how you change all of the settings that you want to change. And the mod is split up into about 5 areas. Everything that you see on screen right now, and then you have animations, details, texture packs, and other. Now, texture packs, I guess, really isn't like a mod thing, but it does allow you to change your texture packs in-game. So if I want to go over to Skitscape's texture pack here, as you can see, I am now on Skits texture pack, and if I go to options, video settings, texture pack, I can go back to my texture pack, which I will include a link to in the description as well. But anyways, so getting into the video settings here, there are various different options that can sort of mess with the way Minecraft loads things. Now you can see from the settings here, it's basically just everything that is listed. But if you do get kind of confused as to what any of these means, like for example, mitmap nearest, if you were to just look at that, you probably would not know what that means. But if I hover my mouse over it, you get a little tooltip that'll actually tell you what these things are. Now, I think this is huge for Minecraft itself. This is something I think should be implemented, because I know a lot of people get very confused over the advanced OpenGL option, because a lot of people don't know what it means. But if you look at it here, it actually gives a fairly good explanation as to what it does, and it also, you know, if you don't feel like reading through it, you can actually see that the off option is the slowest option, fast is the fastest option, and fancy is the faster option. So, you know, if you want like an in-between, you can go with the fancy option, and, you know, go with whatever you want. And then there's some pretty obvious options here, like clouds. I think this clouds is actually an implemented feature now. You can turn clouds on or off in Minecraft. The fog levels are something that can be changed. Once again, that's fairly obvious. If I set this to 0.02, and as it shows up on screen, it says 0.02, the fog starts near the player. So if I you know, open up here, you can see that there is fog above that mountain over there in that mountainous region. But if I go to 0.8, for example, you can see that the fog is not nearly as abundant as it was before. And let me go into options here, back in there. And then, like I said, that's pretty much everything that it gets messed with in this sort of region. And then map levels, does exactly what it explains on screen here. Map type nearest, visual effects which make objects, distant objects look better by smoothing out the texture details. Honestly, I messed with this one. I don't like the way it looks. Maybe I should change this over to linear and then give it a try that way. But the easiest way I can try to explain this one, let me head up over here, because I can actually show you guys the effects that it does live. I need to head up onto my roof in order to show you what the map things do. Now, I'm not going to get this in detail with everything, but because this one actually changes the way Minecraft looks like live in front of your eyes, then I thought it'd be something that would be good to bring up. So take a look at that glass that's over to the right, okay? Now, if I go into my map level here, you can see that as I'm changing this here, the glass itself starts to get more of like a refined texture to it. Not quite as much as taken away from it. And it doesn't really change too much, but like if I change this here, I go over to nearest, you could definitely see that there are a couple changes as to how this sort of like alters the way things look. And it especially affects things at a distance as well. But keep in mind, anything that you do is going to affect your frame rate either for the better or for the worse. Now, and it'll tell you in the options, in the tooltip that, it may change something for the better or for the worse. And in my opinion, things that are off in the distance do look quite a bit better. Especially the mountain. Like, you can see the smooth lines of the mountain off in the distance. You can see every single little curve of the mountain off in the distance. But anyways, moving on here, I'm going to go into my options menu. I need to stop saying that. Now I'm going to go into animations. This one is pretty completely obvious. You can change the different textures and animations and particles of different things that happen. So like dripping water and lava, if you're inside of a cave system and you have water or lava, if you have this turned on, water or lava will drip from the blocks. You can either turn that on or off. The only thing that I really recommend you guys, keep in mind if you're going to be messing with this, and rain splash, that's a big one if you end up lagging while it's raining. Definitely a big one. Consider checking that out. But if you are like me and you have a really good PC, consider making sure that these options are, every option is set as high as it can go. Because by default, the water animated will be on and it'll seem like everything is looking fine and dandy. But if you play Minecraft at a high resolution, you'll know that the water is not currently, it doesn't look right. Like, it's not supposed to look static like this. The way it's supposed to look is it's supposed to look like it the way it's on dynamic. How, the water particles sort of shift around and it looks like, sort of like actual pixelated water, if pixelated water was to actually be a thing. But anyways, moving on here. So that's pretty much everything to get out of animations. The details menu will pretty much change things that you see around you, like things you actually see in Minecraft. So if I can turn clear water on, and the water, I guess, will be clear. Yeah, you can kind of see that the water doesn't look as transparent with the setting off. In my opinion, kind of looks better. But if I go back into details here, I can turn clear water back on, and you can see all the way down, to the bottom. And something to keep in mind as well is with any of these changes that you do will cause your map to reload, or, the chunks to have to reload themselves so that it has to, reload every little bit. So something to consider, just make sure that you have a bit of time and you're willing to deal with a little bit of lag when you're messing with these settings. And let's see what else I can mess with. Oh, anti-aliasing is a big one. Though, however, if you do want to turn on anti-aliasing, you do need to restart your Minecraft in order to take full advantage of it. But essentially what anti-aliasing does is it'll smooth out text, it'll smooth out jagged edges, which I actually currently have on right now. Like things like the corner of this block, it's a little bit hard to tell, but like if you were to be looking at the edges of these things normally, okay, it actually works really effectively on this torch here. You can kind of see, if you were to be watching this in really high HD with the best quality, you would see jagged edges along the edge of this torch here. But with things like anti-aliasing, it'll help to smooth that out. So, that's what anti-aliasing does. For something like Minecraft, it doesn't make that big of a difference, but it can be something that would be, rather useful to check out if you are, a graphics whore. Much like me. But anyways, moving on. Let's just see if there's anything else. A lot of these are painfully obvious. Water, I can set it to be default, fast, or fancy. The trees, I can have them load in their fast style. So again, a big one if you want the rest of your Minecraft to look good, but trees are a big issue for you. You can have it load in the way that won't show any transparent blocks. Go back into video settings here. depth fog. Yeah, if like I said, if you don't really know what any of these features are, because I'm not going to go covering them today, just be sure to take a look at the tooltip in order to figure that out. I'm going to turn on better grass because I'm personally a big fan of better grass. Though, I mean, if it ever annoys me at times, thanks to this mod, I can just simply turn it off right from the menus. So you got better grass and you got old school looking trees all in one. Alright, let's see what other options I can take a look at here. That's pretty much it as far as these options go. Cloud height is another big one as well. You know, fairly obvious one. If I turn cloud height, you know, low percentage or something, you can see that the clouds are fairly low. And if I go back into the settings here, you can see them actually rise as I change this option. So yeah, the last thing that I'm going to take a look at is sort of like the leftover miscellaneous options that more or less affect how Minecraft runs. So this is, if you're looking to change a couple of things as to how Minecraft runs, be sure to check this one out. But yeah, so the one, okay, let me actually get back into the options here with Minecraft loaded up just so I can show you guys what this looks like. So autosave is a big one. Typically with Minecraft will save every 2 seconds so that if Minecraft crashes, you know, you can like avoid having like a major meltdown of your map. So like if this was set to 3 minutes as it is now, your map would only save every 3 minutes. I personally like having this option set to 20 seconds because I don't feel it's necessary for Minecraft to save every 2 seconds, but I think maybe somewhere in the vicinity of like 10 to 20 works out best. Whether, if you don't, even just as a generality, if you don't like having weather on, if you don't like having rain or snow, you can just turn that right off. I mean, I personally don't like having weather, so if I were to be using this mod a lot, I would just keep that off. I mean, yeah. And if you're looking for any other sort of settings that'll affect your gameplay for the better, just be sure to check out the tooltip for all of these. But I'm not going to going too far into this today because I feel like I've already, you know, messed with this quite a bit. And my piston farm just decided to cut the hedges again. So yay, I'm going to go ahead and deposit that. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to end off the video here because it is now sunset. Or is it sunrise? Okay, no, it's sunset. So, yeah. I think I've pretty much, you know, stretched the point as far as this mod goes. But just keep in mind, if you want to get all of the settings that I got in this video, you're going to have to download every single Optifine option. I didn't download the standard one simply because I don't require HD textures. I don't like HD texture packs. I have no desire for them. Though it's kind of weird that the better grass ended up working, even though I didn't add the support for HD texture packs. Who knows? Maybe I did. Although I don't think I did at all. But anyways, guys, I think I have rambled on too much for a one mod review. So I highly recommend checking this out if you either have, you know, frames per second issues, or if you want to improve your gameplay just a little bit. But anyways, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.